Hello everyone, and we're back for another episode of Extinct Rex Originals.
And today's creature feature will be the LEGO compatible custom Prehistoric Kingdom lambeosaurus. But first of all, I'd like to thank youtube.com audio library for this awesome background music. And of course, please like, share, and subscribe, and also hit that notification button. Just click on the icons below. Thanks everyone! The winners of the Guess This PC contest will be announced at the end of the video, but for now, here's how to join. Just click on the Extinct Rex icon and then click on the community link to be able to see all my posts. Hello again everyone, and now let's get it on with the video. Of course, my fellow EB here will be joining me to present this lambeosaurus. Say hi to them, EB! Hello! So, moving on with the video, so the lambeosaurus is actually based off from the Prehistoric Kingdom lambeosaurus. I just think that the colors are actually really special to look at. The colors on the head crest in particular really caught my attention, and those white stripes on that dark brown background really is very striking. EB will be coming back later for some size comparisons, but for now, let us have a closer look! Pulling the toy figure a little bit closer to the camera, you can see that and appreciate also the simple but effective play of colors. There are subtle designs on the figure that you may also appreciate in the legs, the entire body, as well as the scaling details on the feet. The crest in particular is very vibrant in color with the magenta background and these spots on the crest. There are also highlighted stripes on the face, and the beak is actually particularly looking like a duckbill. This is actually very reminiscent of a living animal as of today, the okapi, which is an ungulate very reminiscent or is related to the modern day giraffe. I think this is the same creature or animal that inspired the lambeosaurus of Prehistoric Kingdom. What do you guys think? I actually love reading all your comments with regards to the video and your reactions, so guys, comment away. I want to read them. Now let us look at the lambeosaurus figure in terms of its articulation. So it can twist its head, it can also look up like so, and also it can look down. Now the head is also articulated on the neck, which can also perform several movements such as so. It can look up, it can look down, and it can act as if it is eating on several low-lying grass or simply drinking with its fellow lambeosaurus on the watering hole. It can also look up like so. It's as if it's like a duck after it has drank water. Remember those actions? Also, the arms are actually articulated in 2 points, one on the elbow and one on the shoulders, so it can have more mobility. The legs are also movable, and the tail as well. For most hadrosaurs, there are actually 2 suggested gaits for them. One is those standing on all fours, and also those standing on 2 hind legs, such as this one. Some paleontologists would suggest that these animals would rear up to its hind legs so that it will have a better look of the area where they are feeding, looking for predators or any other dangers. And that's it for the closer look. I hope you like it. Now it is time for us to move on with the size comparisons. And EB is back here to be compared. And looking at the size comparisons, you can see that the lambeosaurus is actually of the same proportion and size to that of the minifigure. Okay, so after that size comparisons, maybe we can already move on with the comparisons with my other custom figures. Let's start with the smallest one first. Just a little bit of clue, this animal is actually one of the first dinosaurs you will be able to have when you play J-Pop. It's the Drysaurus. Please do take time to watch this video as well after the lambeosaurus video. You should be able to see the link above. It's quite a cool video, you should try to check it out. Now, the reason why I actually added the Dinosaurs in this lineup of comparisons is because, for those of you who do not know, the Dinosaurs is actually within the same family of the Iguanodon and the Edmontosaurus, which is the Iguanodons. Alright, now it's time for us to move on with the next comparison, which is one of our favorite hadrosaurs, the Parasaurolophus. Now, the Parasaurolophus is actually based off from the Jurassic Park or Jurassic World Evolution Parasaurolophus. You can see that it has this brown crest to it and also the stripes on its side. Let's compare with the size of the Lambeosaurus. It is actually basically the same as it used the same base figures that I used for the Parasaurolophus. The hips are the same height, the hands are the same height, the heads are actually the same except for the crest. Now it is time for us to have the last comparison, which is Iguanodon. The Iguanodon is a little bit different based off from the another base figure. It actually has this strong arms to it and this infamous thumb on the hands. Now let's compare this one with the Lambeosaurus. Of course, you can see here that the Lambeosaurus is a little bit thinner than the Iguanodon, as the Iguanodon actually has a little bit bulkier body to it. Also, the length of the Iguanodon is a little bit the same with that of the Lambeosaurus. However, the bulkiness of the arms as well as the head is really quite different. And that is Allador for you, or Iguanodon I mean. Videos on the Iguanodon and the Parasaurolophus are also, oops, they fell down, are also available. Please do check them out as well. And that's about it for the comparisons. GB here would like to know which other hadrosaurs would you have in mind as the next custom for Extinct Bricks. Please place in your suggestions on the comments below so that I would be able to read them. Now it is time for us to have a roll call. Dinosaurs, Lambeosaurus, Parasaurolophus, and Iguanodon. That is the collection so far for my hadrosaurs. I hope you like it. Now it is time for my favorite portion of this video, assemblies. Since I've been busy with work lately, I have listed down my new apprentice here, Mike. Counting them off together, there are actually 10 parts to the figure. Now let's start with the assembly. Let's start with the head. Then let's connect it to the neck. After we have connected that, let us now connect this to the body. Connect the head and neck to the body, Mike. well, Mike has decided to move on with the legs first, so he connected the left and the right legs first. Now I think he will be, oh gosh, what's next, Mike? So he decided to connect on the arms now. So he connected the elbow first to the upper arm of both extremities. Now he will be attaching the arms to the body. So attaching first the left one and then the right arm. So once that's done, Mike has connected the head and neck piece. Of course, the last piece would be the tail. And that completes the Lambeosaurus custom-made figure. For doing such a great job still, Mike, you're going to get 90%. Now I have some footages and also photos of when I was making this figure. It's time for Extinct Bricks at work. For this portion of the video, I will be focusing more on the painting of the figure. The kit bashing portion can be referenced on the Parasaurolophus video. You can check it out first. Now I have started with the base color of the lighter brown on the entire body of the figure. Once I have finished that, I have put up a gradient of a darker brown on top of the figure itself. Then I started on with the white details on the underbelly as well as that of the crest and also the details on the eyes. After doing that, the stripes on the entire body has been placed first. Take note that I have been referencing on several photos while I'm doing this. After the white acrylics has been dried, I started on putting several more details such as the magenta colors on the crest, as well as the other details such as the scaling on the feet, as well as the details on the side of the legs, as well as that of the entire body. You can see me here putting on several speckles on the legs just to break out the colors of the brown. After that, more details were added such as the colors of the nails as well as that of the eyes. After that's dried for a few minutes, I seal it off with clear coat of Bosnia 191 clear paint. Then I added on several more details using my permanent markers. And that ends our Extinct Bricks at work. Let's move on to last looks. Now, the lambeosaurus actually came from the word lambus lizard, in reference to the Canadian paleontologist Lawrence Morris Lambe. This bipedal quadrupedal herbivorous dinosaur is known for its distinctive hollow cranial crest, which is best known species resembling a hatchet. Several possible species has been named from Canada, the United States, and Mexico, but only the 2 Canadian species are currently recognized as valid. Evie is just admiring the very flowery enclosure of the lambeosaurus. Very pretty, like its crest. Now it is time for us to announce the Guess the Species contest winners. There are over 100 entries, that is why we have 10 lucky picks for this time. A random dinosaur, the gaming phoenix, Parkersaurus, Robot Croc and Galaxy Whale, Ice Wing, Creeper Mandan 09, Mechanic Tiger, the GCL, Sean Shaver Carganilla, Melvin Glorious Permana. Congratulations everyone! And now for our top 10 winners.
Top 10.
Auto Art Space,
Top
Bizarre
9.
Mars,
Top
Madonna
8.
Nera,
Top
Livion
7.
Buso,
Top 6.
Ben Zoo,
Top
Thor
5.
Connor Winter,
Top 4.
Priscilla,
Top 3.
Hack Dog,
Top 2.
Chia Kyung Kang, and
Top
Victor
1.
Gabriel. Congratulations everyone, and I'll see you on the next Guess the Species contest. Also, our babies Usher and Moira has their own vlog now, The Adventures of Moira and Usher. Please watch their videos and support their channel as well by subscribing. Thanks everyone! Please also follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and here in YouTube. And as we always would say, let your inner dino break roar!